So good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming on the training call for Tuesday, the 20th, August 20th. And I know we've been talking about the Eric Beale and Mr. Kim script and their the three-part system, the new training, the three-part recipe that they're talking about. But I attended both of the calls today, the trainee call and the trainer call, and was getting some information about how this is working for some of the other people. I don't know if you guys know Annie DeCoker. She's one of the other, I don't know if she's an SPD or she's at least I believe a PD or an SPD. And she used it 10 times and got 10 signups. And the 11th time, and she said it was when she first started doing it and she just read it off the paper because she was on the phone with him. She just read it off the paper. And then the 11th time she was going like, well, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I can wing it, you know. So she did it without the paper. And that person said, oh, well, I don't know. Let me think about it. So, so she had 10 for 10 signups, just reading it off the paper. So what is good about this is this is what they're trying to duplicate through the team of the people who want to do it this way. So it's kind of, there's still all the information for the Evolve team training, Marcy's training, that website, how to peak, pre-qualify, package, the 3PPP. This is the same thing, but just in a very condensed version, where someone can start using this immediately without having to know anything about the science, without having to know anything about the, how it works or why it works or all of that. So, for people who have come on board, I've got a couple people right now that are saying that they really are interested in, an income. So this is a plan for them to start using right away because they don't need to have everything. You're still going to have the people that are going to say, well, I have to try it myself before I'm going to tell anybody. But my answer to that would be, well, not everybody feels something right away, which is what we always say. And we don't, there's no way to predict when you will start feeling something. But, you were interested in it, and hopefully you've gotten them in on this new process where, you just ask them, what have you heard recently about stem cells? And they say, well, the blah, 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 whatever they say. And then, so you haven't heard about the new technology, grab your phone. So you're really just sharing information, and that let them make the decision whether they want to look at it or, check it out further. Because we're really prejudging people, by saying, I'm not going to talk to anybody about this until I have a result, because just from the physics of it and the science of it, everybody's different, and it takes, it can take much longer period of time for somebody than other people. And there's no way to tell. So they were going over the training again, that specific training from June, I believe it's July 13th, the main training that Eric did. They want everybody to watch that 5 times, listen or listen to it. I've got the script there. You can follow along with that. I have a highlighted script that you can use that's in the back office, or I'm sorry, not in the back office. It's in boards underneath the Peter Ngo trainings. That's where that is listed, and that training is under there also, under trainings, then Peter Ngo trainings. I've moved it to the top. Yes, Jenny, do you have a question?
So you said the video there that we need to watch 5 times is also there, or is that in another location?
No, it's there. Let me show everybody where it is here.
Okay.
There. So can you see it over here? Wait, right now, Carlos. Let me make you, Jenny, let me make you co-host. If I can get back over to that. Because now I've
Okay.
lost this. Hang on, I got to get back to the screen here so I can let some people in because I can't see now where they are. Let me stop the share for a second. So let me make you co-host.
Okay.
Now, first, let me just add him in here. Admit, Jenny, make co-host. There we go. Yes. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to open up the share the screen now for the boards. So it's under, here's the first page when you go to the LifeWave team. And if you scroll down to trainings, it's right here, the first one at the top. And this is the training that we want everybody to watch. This is the one we want you to watch it at least 5 times because each time you listen to it, you'll hear something new that you didn't hear, the last time. And then here are the scripts. This is its regular script, and then this is with it highlighted. No, this is the one, sorry. This is the one with highlighted. And this is just if you don't like the highlighting, and there it is there. Right now they're not numbered, so number the pages when you print it off. As I was saying earlier, Annie DeCoker has been using this, and she was reading the script for the first 10 times that she used it with people, and she signed 10 people out of 10 people signed up using this script exactly. She said, I just read it off the paper. And the 11th time she was feeling more confident and she went a little bit off script, and that person said, well, no, I don't know. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. So it's really a powerful way to do this because it eliminates, mostly because it'll save you a lot of time. It'll eliminate all the follow-up calls where you're chasing people down and trying to get them to, have you watched the video yet? Have you done this? They've already done the video with you in person. So if they don't have time to look at the video now, if they don't have 4 to 5 minutes when you first contact them, say, then when can I call you back? Because this is really important. And I don't want to get distracted or you get distracted. So if you don't have the 5 minutes now, when can we get 5 minutes? And so be very specific about that. Do not pass out the website unless you walk them through it when you're there with them or on the phone, and you specifically get them to look at the pictures, go over the pictures with them, and specifically like the one for Marcy when they say, look at the woman with the black glasses. That's not a mother and daughter, because that's what people think when they see that picture. That's the same lady, so that everybody I've said that to, that's it, really no way, there's no way that's the same lady. I said, that's the same lady. I know her personally. And so when you're doing it that way, and then get them in to watch another picture and then take them right to the video and have them watch the video while you're waiting. It's 2 minutes long. And then let them, and before you tell them that to watch the video, you say, I'm going to give you something let's see, last thing. It's a good idea. Where is it here? Very important to say before. Okay, after that video ends, I'll give you the last thing you need to know to answer most of your questions. And that thing will be the podcast. That's what you'll give them at the end of that. So it's a very specific training. It's getting really high results. I've used it twice in the past two days with people that I've been, one I was with and one I was on the phone with. And the other thing I need to tell you is when that website, get the website pulled up, put it in your notes, or put it in, I have it in text replacement. When I hit my keyboard and I hit X, that pops up and I can send it to them, text it to them. Because what I've found, and I think George was having the same kind of problem with it the other day, is when you say www.whathaveyouheard.com, it pulls up other stuff. I don't know why. It's maybe different browsers, or I know if you Google it, it takes you a lot of different places except the right place. So you've got to specifically put it into the bar at the top, not Google it to find it. But if you have it, you can tell, when they say, yes, I can watch it, I just want you to look at something for a minute and then watch a 2-minute video. Do you have time for that? No. Well, then you don't send it to them if they don't. If they do have time for it, send them the video, send them the link so they can get right to the video, because that has wasted a lot of time for me. Them trying to find it, it's not there. I can't get it. I don't know what it is about that URL, but there's a lot of YouTube things about it, or about different things like that. So it takes you to the wrong place. So be sure you've got the link saved in your phone somehow that you can text them that link immediately.
Yeah,
So
Mo,
yes, go ahead.
that's why I asked you about that video separately
Yeah.
before, remember?
Yeah. Well, that video, and you asked about if it was going to be in Spanish, and they talked about that today. They are translating that into Spanish, and they can do it. They can turn it so all the top part of it goes into Spanish, but for every sentence in it to go into Spanish, they have to do that manually. And
Yeah.
Peter lined up somebody today to help him with doing that. And then they also want to have all the testimonies and all the podcasts. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do about the video from LifeWave, what they're going to do with that. They may have to dub over it with some in Spanish, maybe. They have to do that. And then they have to put all the podcasts, the 9 podcasts will all be in Spanish. They don't want anything English on there for the Hispanic version or the Spanish version of the website. And then they will be doing Korean, and they will be doing Vietnamese, and some, I don't know what else, other languages besides Spanish, Vietnamese and Korean, Chinese, he mentioned. So more.
Filipino.
I don't, a lot of Filipinos speak English. So
Not in the Philippines.
Huh?
Not in the Philippines.
Not in the Philippines. Okay. Well,
And we're open in the Philippines, and there's a lot of Filipinos here that I have clients with that are clients of mine, Filipinos, and including Filipino doctors that still have contacts in the Philippines. And because the Philippines is open, I would only assume that would make
good sense.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they're going to get to them, but they're right now. I think what he said was Spanish was going to be first.
Yeah, Spanish needs to be first.
Yeah.
I just told, so I brought that up today because I just spoke today over lunch with two Latin speaking, Spanish speaking medical doctors.
Okay.
And they're very interested. They want it right now.
They want it right now. Okay. So, well, let's talk later about what to do with that. Are you going to be meeting with them again, or?
Yeah, at some point, sure.
Okay.
I mean, they live real close to me.
Okay. But we can talk about that later. But what I wanted everybody to understand, the training call that Peter is doing on Tuesday. He has a training call at 2 p.m. and that is for trainees. that are using this process. And then
that's on Tuesdays at 2.
Tuesdays at 2.
Okay.
It's on Peter's Zoom at peterzoom.com. And the password is Peter, all lowercase. And he has, they're doing that. And then at 3 o'clock, they're going to have the trainers have a meeting. So these are people, the trainees are people who have watched it 5 times and are there to get questions answered, tweak things, whatever. And they feel that they would be in that group for however long it takes them to get to the point where they are using this consistently, and using it with their team and teaching their team this. And then when you're teaching your team this, then you're on the trainer call at 3. There is also another call that Eric and Mr. Kim will be doing, a training strictly for people who are 100% committed to using this technique, this script, this process only. So you've got there, I don't know, I think there's only like 12 people in there, and those were the people that originally were in the group when this was set up, and they committed to follow this totally and teach all their people to follow this. So if you're not at that point right now, so there's some people are using it some of the time, a little bit of the time, 50% of the time. And Peter is doing his call as like a transition into, people can stay there if that's where they want to stay. But if they want to get into the group with Mr. Kim and Eric Beal, and they are actually having a big training in Kansas City in September. From the first call to the second call, they sold 40% of the tickets to it. So I don't know how many tickets are left, but or even how to get the ticket, because they didn't say that in the thing. We would have to try to find that out. But to get to that point, to go to that training, Beamy asked about it. She was on the call because she didn't know anything about it. She's been on her cruise, along with Peter and Marcy. So everybody's kind of getting back into the groove again with Peter on the call again today. And he'll be doing his call tomorrow, his regular In the Know with Peter Ngo tomorrow on Wednesdays. So I just wanted everybody to be aware of what they're doing. It's not, we're still piquing people's, we're piquing them with the question, what have you heard recently about stem cells? And then we're still doing that process. It's not, that hasn't really changed. We've just made it so much more concise, so much more, we're collapsing the time frame really to get people to a point where they're seeing the information because you're showing it to them right then. So trying
to reduce the cell cycle. Reduce the cell
cycle. Thank you. It's just because there's one person I keep chasing because we started this process a long time ago, and it's like, have you looked at the video? Oh no, I haven't. I ran into him today, and then actually what he's interested in is sleeping. They got a new baby, and he's a nurse, and his wife is a nurse, and they can't work and sleep and take care of the baby. So I just sold him a little some. I didn't even have a full pack of Silent Night. He's used a couple of them and they helped him, and he wants to try a month's supply. I didn't even have a month's supply to give him. So I sold him a 2/3 of a month's supply to get him going here so he can try it out, because he's a physical therapist and he's got clients on it. His clients are using it. But anyway, so those are some of the things they were talking about today. Does anybody have any questions? Any more questions about that?
Yeah, could you go back and share that screen again where you were showing where that was?
Yeah. So it's under this is the main page when you first log on.
Uh-huh.
And then you go down to trainings.
Trainings.
And then it's right at the top. Peter Ngo trainings.
Peter Ngo trainings.
Yeah. And one of
trainings. And then you can click on there. Okay. And then which one is it?
Well, that's the one the 3-step recipe for everybody to watch.
And the script is where?
Times. This one here. And then this was a copy of the training workshop and something that Peter did a couple weeks after, or 2 weeks after this one. And they talked about it a little bit more. So there's more information in there where they were answering questions. And when Peter was gone on his trip and Mr. Kim and Eric Beale were doing the calls for him, they did not record them. Their theory, the way they do this is if you're committed, you're committed, and you will find a way to get on that call live. Their calls are not, they're not recorded. The training calls are live and they're not recorded. Now, Peter's will be recorded, the trainer and the trainee and the trainer call. But if you advance up to the other group, those will not be recorded. So you'll be required to, I don't even know what days they are or when they are, but you would be required to just be there for it, you know.
And so just to clarify, the Tuesday training calls, those are the same Zoom as the Peter Knows Wednesday, or those, okay, they're all the same.
Peter's are all the same. The Peter Know, peterzoom.com, and the password is Peter, small case. And this is also, there's a highlighted script here. And then there's the regular script if you just want to print that out, but there. And then Peter has an In the Know Telegram channel. And this is where they're putting up information. And it got when he was in Europe, it got a little out of hand with a lot of people putting different stuff. It's mainly designed for him to post to his people. It's not a chat. It's not a chat with the people and saying, oh, thanks, I'm glad you posted that, whatever. That's not what he wants. He just wants his to be able to have it. He's going to be tightening up that group. It's just to give information.
So which one is the script again?
This one here, it says right below this, this is the script. July 2024, highlighted, and it's highlighted in there.
The one that actually says script, Carlos. Yeah, okay.
That one.
Beautimus.
Okay. And there's something else I wanted to show you guys, because whoever's using boards, I don't know how to do it here. Go back. Well, I guess I got to go over here. So I have my own boards here. And this, I keep all my other stuff organized here. You can make your own boards. I have other projects here, other things. Like whenever I see a video I want to keep, I can just put them in here. If I find something on some food, I can throw them in here. So, I mean, it's just a really good organizational tool to keep other things in your life together and have it in one place. So some people didn't realize they had their own, they could set up their own boards.
And the board that we were on was also your board, or was it the LifeWave? It wasn't the LifeWave board, because they're...
No, I have more than one board that I belong to.
Oh, okay.
In the boards. Yeah. I'm on Eric Worre's boards. I'm in other people's boards. So you can but through this, you can have your own board.
Right. But the one that had all the information, it was, I think I have it listed as Mo's Mo's information and not LifeWave, or maybe Mo's LifeWave or something like that. I'm trying to remember how I have it listed as boards. I have to go look.
It should be trying to find it here. Just the LifeWave team.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. 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 Okay. All right. Does anybody do we want to continue doing some back office stuff to show in the back office?
Yes.
How to get around in the back office? Okay, let me pull up.
Be fine with me. Fine with me.
Fine with you. Okay. I got logged out, so.
I did order 3 sets of that, the Dream and Shine.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention
it, and it came in today, so that was good. That I feel like that I got that because I really use it.
Yeah, yeah. So for everybody who's using the Dream or Shine, they are not going to be carrying them anymore. So they're offering there's I think a 30% discount, right, on them, and so stock up. They're available till they're gone. So if you intend to order them, I would order them as soon as possible, because I don't have any other way to know.
I'm gonna need to go, Mo. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Pam. Well, no, I can't. I'm trying to find somebody I can go into here. I really didn't ask anybody whose website I could use. So let me find somebody here. So now.
Sorry, I missed that last conversation. I got interrupted.
Oh, well, here, let me see if I can use this one here. I don't know why it's doing this. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to find a website that has some information that we can look at, because it's hard to. Okay. Okay, so let me share the screen now. Okay, so this is a website where there's some people in it. So you always when you go to organization, go to your personally enrolled team. And so these were people, this person has dropped out for whatever reason, but they did have a team. And this is what I wanted to show here, where there's people involved, how to look at different things, how to find out what your team is doing. So, who is active? Obviously, all these people are inactive.
WhatsApp audio.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Somebody's got a phone.
Yeah, I have to jump off. I haven't.
Okay. So these people are inactive, but this is where you go to look to see what's going on. When you find someone here, you can go over to this side where this little file card is and click on that. And this shows different things. It shows what their next rank is. You can check to see what their orders were. What they ordered, and you can actually see exactly what they ordered here. So this way, when people are, you're talking to people and you can know a little bit more about what they're doing, what their activity is, what it has been, and gives you that information. So here is where you would go to see what this person's next rank could be. And it would tell you exactly here what they would need. Like she needs 2 personally sponsored silver on her left, on her right, 2 on her right, and she needs to place an order. But it looks like she is not active and has lost all her points. Yeah, she has. So it's important to let people know, when they come in, how important it is to stay active, because if you don't, you lose all of your points. Does anybody else have any question about this part of the website, to finding anything?
Go to that one more time. We went to the organization.
Yeah, we went to organization and then personally sponsored, personally enrolled team.
Okay.
Now you can only do this to your personally enrolled team.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see the people you have enrolled unless I go into your website. But that's how it shows. And then, but you can see here for their downline in this area, of what they're doing. Same way, by looking here and opening up the profile for each person. Again, under organization, I missed upcoming rank promotions, because this is a way to look at everybody at one time. So here's where you would see the ranks. It would tell you what their next paid rank is. So all these people have not achieved, they have no rank right now. They have not achieved manager. But this is where you would see how far along they are in the process. Over here, it's 50% complete. So you could click here for this person, and then you could see what they needed to do to rank. So these are important when you're trying to working with your people to get them to manager, which is the main thing, which is 2 people on the left and 2 people on the right that are active. 2 silvers on the left and 2 on the right. Carlos, a prayer for Carlos. His mother-in-law has passed away. So he just hopped off the call.
Just now? She just passed away?
No, I think this morning, but they've got a lot of calls going on and
okay.
Yeah, family stuff. So we'll say a prayer for his mother-in-law.
Hey, Mo.
Uh-huh.
When we say that there needs to be 2 on the left and 2 on the right, silver, aren't the people putting them for us on that side, or we have to go and personally put them on the left and put them on the right?
You have to have personally sponsored silvers. So when you go in here, this is what it says. That what she needs is 2. Let me scroll down here. There we go.
So the one that is in the group that everybody builds and adds under, like all of y'all, that doesn't really count. We still need to put 2 personal on the right and 2 on the left, so they go in the community, I call it. Everybody helps the community.
Right. So
and then we have to put 2 over here, because I think our other friend that's not on training, Patricia, I want to make sure we reiterate that with her, that she's got 2 on the left, but she needs to go put 2 on the right, so she's balanced.
Right.
Okay, and myself too, because my brain keeps thinking, and I know I've been in it a while, but sometimes my brain thinks, well, the community is adding people, so I'm always thinking that I need to be building the other side too.
Well, you need to build your side. The goal is to have them even. That's the perfect scenario. But I was pretty even for about a year and a half, and now the other side's taken off. So I don't have that anymore.
And so let me ask you that on being even. So we may have 2 on the right, or we may have 5 on the right and 5 on the left. But let's say the left side is the one that's prolific and just ordering, and barely struggling on the other side. That's not considered balanced still then, right?
No, because let's go over, look here at the binary tree viewer here. So you would go to organization and then down to binary tree viewer. Where to go? It's toward third from the bottom, binary tree viewer. And this would put the person here at the very top. And well, here, these are the people over here, and you can see, let's see, I'm trying to think where he is. So this, George, help me out here. He's under Ellen. So George, do you know if he's on Ellen's, which side of Ellen he's on? George, are you there? Well, he's got people on.
Who's on what side of Ellen?
Yeah, which side is Jack on?
On her left.
On her left. So this is on her left. So she's here, okay. And you're here, she's here. Okay. So this is the side he's getting support on, right? Let me look here. Yeah, okay. So this is the left side. So this is where the person above him who signed him in is putting people underneath him. So he signed up this person, he signed up this person, but his sponsor signed up this person. And if you click on that person, that'll bring her to the top, or him, I think, to the very top. And then that person hasn't signed up anybody. But we'll go back up one level, or let's go back to top. So this takes you either up one level at a time, or this takes you all the way to the top. This one takes you to the bottom right, and this one takes you to the bottom left. And if you're trying to find somebody in between there and there's hundreds of people, you can go over here and search by their name. If you know their name, who you're trying to look up, you can put that in there, and that'll bring them right to the top. To the top. So, pointing to the wrong thing. So this is the side that he is getting help building, and this is the side he is building by himself. So all these people here, he signed up personally. So in this scenario, when this'll, until he starts building again and adding more people in, this side will continue to grow because of the people above him, because of his sponsor above him putting people in. But this side will not grow until he starts back in. And so in this scenario, when he would have 300 points, 330 points over here from all the activity here, then he would have 660 points here on this side because there's a lot more people. Then he would earn $30. $50, sorry, $50. And that's where you cycle and get $50. So let me go over to the commissions and show on the commissions. So let me go back here to I don't know where to go here, but we'll just pick one here. That one must have been a customer. I was looking for one here with a bonus retail profit. Here we go. Here's got a cycle bonus. So this is where when you're looking at your commissions, you can come down here and you click on this little arrow here, and this opens up what commission. There was a $50 commission, and it was because he had a PIB, a product introduction bonus, that's PIB, and he had one person sign up. And actually that's a gold. That was a gold package. So so there was a cycle of, because of the points on the left and the points on the right, he cycled one time and got $50. The goal is to cycle at least $300 a week. Because once you cycle $300 a week, then you opened up the compensation plan. And you're a gold. You need to be a gold and cycle this up $300 a week. And that's just by the points and the volume below you. Does anybody have any questions about this part?
And if we want to know, if we are to get to our own left side and on the right side of when we want to change it, that's where we go to our name at the top and go down to the binary tree. Is that the other way?
Well, that's the way. You just go here to organization and then down to binary tree view.
So because I was going under my name, I think, and then I would pick which binary tree if I want to put it on the left or the right, and then I was adjusting where the next people would go.
So I lost you there.
Okay, I've got people built on my right side, and I want to add them to my left side. So I was going up to my name at the top, and I would pull down
change that one.
Update settings.
Okay, yeah, and then down here to the.
And then once I did that, then I would go down to the bottom and change it to build left or build right, whichever one I needed to build.
Right, correct. That's how you do that. But to see where everybody is, you go to organization, binary tree viewer. And I mean, I haven't had trainings on this. This is all I've found out by myself. I haven't found that they do a lot of training in the back office. Anybody. So this is where you would be at the top. And then you can see how your team is left and right. And one will be larger. This is the larger team here. And you can always just go to the first person and see here the total rep count is 2. Right here it says total. Well, it goes away when I move the cursor, but it's total rep count 2, which is these 2 people. And if you come over here, and this will say total rep count 1, because there's only one person below over there. So that's where you see that, and you can see, but here, see, nobody's active here, so you're not going to see any volumes. None of that's going to be here. But when you put them in, you can also, when you go here to add somebody, like if this is you're either going to add them here or you're going to add them below here. You do not add any of these inside spaces. You do not click on any of that. So if you wanted to sign somebody else up, if he wanted to sign somebody else up on his so-called pay leg, because that is the smaller leg, then you would click there, and then it would take you to the right place to put him. So you can do it that. If you need a more visual of where they're going to go, you can do it that way, or set the thing, his his setting was on build right. So that's why it took him here. Now, how do I get out of here? Change I guess I have to sign back in. I guess I got, yeah. Find it again. But I happened to see, we were going through here. I wanted to look at this organization. I now saw at the very bottom here, it says annual renewal fee. So let me see what that is about. I don't know when he didn't sign up. When was his renewal date? So these people were in January. So he must have signed up in January. Let me go back to home and see when his renewal date is. So in January, I'm not sure where it says here. Where you joined? Mom and Healthy Touch. I don't see. Oh, there, join date. Here it is here. So 10/26. So he's going to need to renew his website, otherwise he will lose the website when it's time. And so you know that we talked about that last week, didn't we? About the renewal. I don't know, Carlo, if you were here. Everybody has to renew, and it'll be a pop-up on your screen when you first get in about renewing, and you go through that process. It's $25 for a year to renew for your website. And I believe they're going to send out emails 30 days in advance, and then once a week. Every week they'll send another email until you renew. And then I think you have a grace period of a month after that of your renewal date. Otherwise you will lose your website.
Oh, is that from the time we sign up?
Yeah, it's from your anniversary date, the date you signed up.
Ooh, well, mine's coming up. Okay.
Mo, I've got to sign off.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Thanks.
Bye, Jenny.
Any other questions on any of this? Any other parts you want to look at here on the?
I'm really doing really good with this. But I do have one thing, and it's related to the boards that you so generously share with us.
Okay.
When I try to go onto my boards, I don't know if you got my text. I think it got stuck in waiting to send to you, and I didn't send to you. So I was waiting for the meeting today. Okay. Mine does not let me access the board. It talks about adding a 14-day trial.
Huh.
Can you let me see?
I mean, you did have the boards? You had boards before?
No, I don't remember ever paying for the boards because
you don't pay for the boards. I pay for the boards.
Right. So that's why I didn't know why it won't let me log in, because it just tells me I have to pay every time I go on. It tells me I have to start a trial and all that.
You can go, they have a, let me look here for it.
I just wasn't sure if anybody else was having some trouble. I didn't know.
I haven't heard anybody with that. I wanted to mention that.
If you can share your screen, I'll show you real quick. Let's see.
Go in here. So when this is Mo LifeWave. So it's a LifeWave team.
Okay. It won't let me. Yeah, it won't let me go. It won't let me do it now. It says, it will notify you before your trial ends. It doesn't let me access the boards I can't get through it. I can't it literally locks me on this screen every time I hit boards. And I don't know what to do. Let
me see if, what's your email? Carla Green 008?
No, choose Carla@gmail.com.
Did you change your email?
No, remember we quit using the Carla Green 00A.
Oh, that's probably why.
Why?
Probably why. Okay. Let me invite you again.
Well, what should the email have to do with it?
Well, because that's how you join is through your email. I mean, you have to you have to have an email address.
Okay, but we've been with the same email. That should not have me to start my 14-day trial unless you
I don't
didn't.
know. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, so here's the link. I can send you the link to get back in. But the other thing I was going to show you is when you go here, do this first.
This is what it does. I just sent it to you because it's just I haven't been able to do it for over a week, and I just keep meaning to text you or call you, and then I'm like, okay.
Start. No payment required.
Yeah, it won't let me.
Okay. Well, okay, so under boards app, they have a boards. So go to this community. Well, this is a Facebook group, boards app community, and you can ask for help in there. I've asked, like one time I deleted a whole board. I deleted a whole thing, not on this boards, but on my personal boards with a whole lot of stuff in it. And I posted it on there and told them what happened, and they told me what to do and got me back in. So they fixed it for me. They found my boards and reinstated it. So this is a good group to join. I can invite you to that group too, Carla, and see if they can answer that question, because I'm not sure why. I don't know if there's a phone number to call and ask is the issue. I think it's just through the here, watch the board's training, how to use the Facebook, join the community page to troubleshoot any issues with board's functionality. Yeah.
That's excellent. Thank you so much. I'm not on Facebook regularly, as you know, but I definitely will make that a priority tomorrow.
Okay.
And let me write it down. Oh, you're inviting me, right? To the.
I'll invite you to the boards.
And the Facebook group, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then
Are you guys still seeing the boards over here? Oh, I was trying to stop the screen share. It came over to the other screen. It's usually over on my other screen. No wonder I couldn't find it. It was over in front of me. I was looking over here. Yeah.
And thank you for reminding me at 2:00 because I have not had that implemented to do the 2:00 on Tuesdays. So thank you again for reaching out today, because that was a powerful training, and I sent that on to Patricia. Yeah. And I have made sure that I found him on Telegram. So I'm getting back in the system of knowing where the priorities are. So thank you for that.
Okay.
Appreciate your leadership, friend.
You're welcome.
And let's talk offline. I need to know what we're doing with the rooms coming up, because I'm so excited for Dallas.
I know. We got to figure some things out. If anybody sees a ticket for sale anywhere, that you see in any Facebook page, any chat, or hear about somebody who has a ticket for sale, please grab the ticket.
Okay.
We are desperate for tickets.
Well, I know that's why we bought ours at the beginning, because we knew it was going to be like this scramble. Yeah. At least they're doing it virtual now, though, Yeah,
they are going to be doing it virtual, but we one of the George's brand partner has a doctor who wants to attend now, so we've got to get him a ticket. So, and I think we might have pretty good chance of that, George, because we found out today that Holly's not going to be able to come. So, well, let me stop this recording, guys. All right. Thank you for being here. So.